Patience.
No.
Patience. As we welcome in the head coach of the SU football team, Fran Brown. Coach, always great to check in with you. A day earlier this week because of the trip out west. How are you today?
I'm chilling. How about you?
We're doing all right. We're bracing ourselves for 2 hours of phone calls about the basketball game last night, but it's a good way to start the show to talk some football with you.
It was a good. We got to win. We're 2-0, right? Basketball. We're 2-0 right now. We're 2-0 right now.
Yes. If you would like to come in and help us field these phone calls, we'd appreciate it.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop with all that. I was hearing people saying and all this, man. Y'all better. Oh, it's hard to win a basketball game or a football game. They 2-0 and people upset. I'm not sure what you want. Like one point is a butt whipping. Like they win. They went out there and go, y'all act like the other team ain't prepared and not trying to do everything they possibly can to go and play against Syracuse basketball program, one of the historic programs in the country. So like people that get an opportunity to come and compete against Syracuse basketball, they're trying to do everything they possibly can to go and play. It's like the world championship. Like it's like the baseball national championship with some of these dudes. This is the NBA finals. Like this is everything they get to get. So we get everything that another team have just because of the history and the basketball that's been played here. So I don't know. When I just see some of the stuff, I'm like, dang. Like I would like to watch some people see what their boss think of them. You know what I'm saying? Let me come and see your job. Like, see all the stuff they're doing. Like I think they're doing a good job. I mean, they 2-0. Like they got 2 good wins. They doing a real good job. They just brought a team together. Like all these kids is all new players coming together. They all from different parts of the country. And I think he's doing a real good job of just bringing them together as a team first and foremost, making sure that they comfortable and they like each other. Now they're starting to see what it's like with their styles of playing other people. They hadn't got the chance to really do that. They played each other all the time, but they get a chance to play against other people, and I think you'll see us get better and better as the season goes. You know, it's the beginning of the year. Like, no one says nothing in the NBA when dudes be having a bad record, and then all of a sudden, after the All-Star break, they just take off. Everybody be excited and happy. They usually say, wait till after All-Star break, then you'll see it. So it's like, it's early, and I think Coach Archer and his staff done a good job of bringing them dudes together. I mean, I'm excited to go to the games this year and be able to watch them, and should be able to watch our women play too. They're going to both do a good job. I'm really excited about the future for both of our basketball programs.
Yeah, Coach Autry got to use some soap last night, right? He got the win.
Yeah, see, y'all take the way everybody looked at it, they take it wrong. I said, like we lost, like. So after the game, I got to talk to the media. After I talk to the media, sitting there in the locker room, you're just thinking, what the freak happened? And it's like, I'm just going home. Like, and then I just go there, sit down, and I watch the film, and I go through it. The one thing I said, I brush my teeth, right? But most people don't brush their teeth. But listen, most people don't brush their teeth, and they not really saying that. They want to laugh and joke about it. Like, all right, you would have to really understand, because I give this everything that I have, and I guess you know how a lot of kids say you got to be from the trenches. So I really know what it's like to be from there and to be in that situation where I've been around dudes where they just was like outside 24 hours straight, just working and just doing other things the entire time. So like I'm in grind mode. Like it's like, okay, I got to get back to the lab, do exactly what is supposed to work for me to be able to do these things. So I was just like focused, but I said I brushed my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go lay in my bed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm laying in my bed, I did brush my teeth, and then I get washed the next morning. But some of y'all ain't get washed the next morning either. But then now it's a big deal. It was going that way. You know, it's funny. It's just like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And the main thing is our players are able to move on to the next game. That's what I want to make sure. So if I need to go and focus and lock in the way that I need to lock in so that I can make sure that I'm ready and there for these young men who I don't want to be hurt, they give this everything they have. So I'm just trying to hurry up and be able to lock in so that way we're able to move on to the next game as fast as possible.
Are you surprised how much run that comment got in the national media? Like I saw it on ESPN. We had networks reaching out to us at Channel 9 asking us if they could show the video of you saying that. And what are you surprised how much run that got nationally?
I guess that's what everybody was saying. Like, people was calling me from all over saying, "Fran, you crazy." You know, you told them that. And I was like they asking me questions. If you know me, like, don't ask me nothing you don't want to hear. I'm going to just tell you the truth. So it's just like what I do when I lost. Like, I sit there sad. I'm mad. Like, I was just like, oh, great, we lost. Let me go in here and be with all the guys. We chilling. After y'all done, then I gotta go get in the shower afterwards. And you want me to watch? It's like, oh, I'm gonna do all that when the time comes. But right now, like, I'm focused. Like, it's almost like when you lose someone, like, man, you just sitting there, you soaking in sorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Losing the game is, I don't know how everybody else look at it, but that's my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, you just lost a piece of, I just lost a part of me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I don't like losing. Don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to lose, but part of the game, I probably make some money off of it now, the way y'all taking it all nationally. You know what I'm saying?
We love the honesty, by the way, so don't stop that. But you know what? And I think your players love the honesty as well. And every Tuesday we've got the media availability with the players, and of course they were asked about it last night as well. And Kyle McCord, he said, we love the accountability. Like, you've been preaching accountability since you got here, and I think when the players see something like that, it's like, all right, he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. There are various ways to handle losses as a coach. You prefer to kind of put the blame all on yourself after losses and give all the credit to the team after wins. Why is that important to you to do it that way?
Because that's what it is. I'm in charge of the program. The leader of the program shouldn't get the glory. The leader of the program, you leader of the program, you run everything. You need to get all of the negative publicity and all the bad stuff that comes. I think that's what I signed up for. But when it's positive, it's because I'm growing all those young men, whether it be the coaches that are developing and getting closer to what their dreams, goals, and aspirations are, or the young men doing a good job, whether it's academically, they doing an amazing job, when it's the community service, when it is when they win, when they're breaking records on and off the football field and different things. I think that all goes to them. When things are bad, then that's supposed to come to me. That's why I'm the head football coach. That's why I run the program. I'm supposed to eliminate as much negative publicity and bad things as possible. So, like, that's what I preach. That's what I'm pushing on. Guess what you haven't seen? And God willing, I knock on wood to keep going. You won't see none of us in the media for doing no dumb stuff. There's no arrest. There's no, like, speeding and different things of that nature. Nobody getting in trouble. Like, I'm showing them how to become men, and men take the responsibility of the things that don't happen the right way in the household. This is a big household. I happen to be the uncle of all of these young men that are on our football team. So when things go bad, why would I push it somewhere else? To whom much is given, much is required. And God made my shoulders strong enough to be able to carry all that weight.
In practice, I'm sure it's the players are held accountable. What do you do about the run defense after that BC game? Because that's the one thing that sticks out the most to fans, is like, somebody's got to be accountable for that. How do you correct what happened in the BC game?
Yeah, that's why I brung that soap up, so y'all stop talking about the run game. You know what I'm saying? Well, they haven't brung that up until you brung it up. So that was a whole piece of being able to stay focused on it. But we have to... We just got out coached that day, We have to do different things, which we plan on doing, making sure guys understand the run fits a little better and our safeties understand the run fits better, being able to come and help out and be accounted for. But we switched some stuff up, like different things that happen. Our defense is our defense, so we're going to run that. We just have to understand gap fits and things of that nature, and then come to hit. Like, we got to get our eyes up and talk, and different things where certain players that went down from injuries, and guys are going down from shoulder injuries and things like that, and neck and stuff like that. So we got to get bigger too. We've only been lifting for 1 year. I used one of my guys, I'm not going to say his name, but I had a guy that's a 5th-year senior, that's smaller than a freshman, and the freshman just came in. But the freshman's big, and he's been lifting with us since the spring, and this guy has been doing it in college all this time. And with all due respect to the past, they just weren't lifting enough. We aren't strong enough. I think that's a product of what happened in the front on the offensive line and defensive line. We have to get bigger. You looked at their team. Those guys were a lot bigger than our guys were. So I recruited that way. But those guys that we've recruited, they aren't all ready to play yet because they're young. So the maturity has to grow. But then watch the next class that we got coming in. In a little while, I won't be saying that.
Yeah. Well said. All right, let's move ahead now to this Cal game on Saturday. Another one of these trips out west. You've already done it once, going out there to UNLV, out to Vegas, and winning that game. Does that help, Coach, the fact that you've already been through this long trip once and the guys know what to expect and they've experienced it? And does that help going into this week?
Well, somewhat, I guess it will, but styles, they all make fights. They all different. Everything has a different timing. It's different parts of the year. Different people are injured, banged up. Other guys have different stuff. So, we really just be focusing on this one. We can't go off of last. We can try to mimic some of the things in reference to travel time, possibly, but everything has to have its own way of practice. It has to have its own way of just preparing yourself to be ready for that game. The process is the same, but you got to do different things according to who you have and the type of team that you have at this point.
You mentioned different guys are banged up. We always like to ask you about injuries, and what can you tell us about the health of the team right now? Anything we should be aware of?
Yeah, we just we're very, very, very short at corner right now. Not necessarily short, but we just got a lot of young guys that's going to play, which is a good deal because these guys actually got really good ball skills and they can play and run. So they were a little faster, and good thing our strength coach been getting these guys a lot bigger and stronger because they weren't necessarily playing the whole time. So they just been in the weight room and getting bigger and stronger and faster. And now we get some of those guys to play. And then same guys that were out going to still be out. That's been out the entire time. I think Bellamy might be out this week, though. That's a corner, like he won't play. Trying to think who else. Everybody else is the same. Dennis Jaquez won't play again. He comes back on the 17th. So, he was out with a certain little piece that had a certain amount of days that he needed to wait out. But everybody else will be playing. We should be straight.
Okay. And then I guess just lastly, what stands out to you about this Cal team? 5-4, their 4 losses are by a combined 9 points. What stands out to you on film about Cal?
They fight. They do a good job. Their coach does a good job with them. They got a really good offense. They got a stingy defense where they take the ball away. They did a really, really good job taking the ball away. The quarterback is a good quarterback. I think he got a quick trigger on. He does well, and I like the running backs, the receivers, the tight end is really good. 87 and 10. People try to forget 10, but he's back, and he ain't gonna sneak back in and trick us. But number 10 is a good player. They got some good guys that can play ball. So it's not a surprise. Been watching Cal my entire life, so I'm truly excited that we get the opportunity to go play against these dudes.
All right, Coach, we always appreciate the conversation. We've got the Fran Brown Show tonight, 7 o'clock over at Heritage Hill, and then you guys leave tomorrow. Best of luck on this road trip. We look forward to chatting with you again next week.
All right, y'all be safe, all right?
All right, you as well. Fran Brown joining us here on the show. And with that, we'll hit a timeout. We've got one segment to talk hoops. Then we've got our weekly SOS house call coming up at 12:30, so feel free to check in, 315-437-7644. Back after this on ESPN Radio.